I just want to make sure I'm clear about something. Okay, so the U.S. gave up an arms dealer that they had in custody for 14 years that's been in prison for the last 11 years. That's who the U.S. gave up.
It is what it is, which was a political snatch of our athlete detaining for political purposes.
Stephen A., I'll start with you. Your reaction?
Relief. Very, very happy for Brittney Griner and her wife Sherelle and the whole family, the WNBA community, the NBA community. Anybody associated with the game of basketball knows what Brittney Griner has meant to the game. And it's important to recognize the fact that while we bring up Brittney Griner, we also bring up Paul Whelan from this perspective. The Biden administration said that they worked diligently and they pushed to try to get him released as well. And Russia was steadfast in their position that the only person that they were going to release at this particular moment in time was Brittney Griner. There's still work to be done to help others. In this regard, and Molly can confirm that I was a bit reluctant to talk about it because I know folks said we tried the quiet route. Now it's about bringing noise and putting a spotlight and putting attention on it. And all I was thinking was, this is Vladimir Putin we talking about here. The more attention you bring, we don't know what this man will do. We don't know what their government would do. As somebody that's obviously incredibly familiar with Russia and how they do things, what was going on through your mind at that particular moment in time?
Well, when the news first broke, it's just super upsetting. Obviously, the fact that an athlete can be snatched like that, really for nothing. And when you see kind of the government and even their police and how they work, there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm like that you would never think of in here. At least I wouldn't. Approaching a cop, that just is natural over there. It's every day, to get out of a speeding ticket. You put, I mean, that's just the way it rolls. So the conditions obviously came to mind. A Russian prison has to be one of the worst places on earth.
Well, listen, but before I go any further, I want to go back to something you said, because you said that she was arrested and detained basically for nothing. It's nothing to us. Is it nothing to Russia, is what I'm asking? Because I believe it's nothing. You believe it's nothing. We all believe it's nothing. But that's here, because religiously I always hear, in other places they got their own rules, and you show up in a different country, they don't care at all about what you're accustomed to in America. There's a different animal there.
I don't think they care. I think they care that she was an American citizen. She was somebody who's well known. Not only in the United States, but throughout the world. I mean, she's represented USA basketball multiple times, won gold medals. So, no, I don't think it's a big deal for them. It is what it is, which was a political snatch of our athlete detaining for political purposes. And I think to some people, I think, are very short-sighted. Well, she did that. It's like, in the scheme of things, what? Oh, so you're going to arrest her and meanwhile invade an entire country.
That's
and you're, come on. It's just one of those things that I feel like for Brittney, I mean, I can't imagine, like I said, the conditions on her day-to-day living in that kind of...
Horrific.
Horrific. Yes. And I just go back to getting on that plane, just as a player. Now put in what she's been through in the last 10 months, I cannot imagine her excitement when she puts her first foot on the ground. It's something that, like I said, just being over there and you miss your family and it's different over there, right? Like you have your teammates and you have your good friends and stuff, but there's something about setting foot on your home turf.
And for her wife as well.
Yes, I mean, I'm just so excited. I can't wait for that moment that they actually get to hug it out and cry and everything that's been going on over the last 10 months. But in the scheme of things, to your question, no, it's nothing. You just invaded a whole country.
Gotcha.
You don't care.
First of all, it wasn't for nothing. She had an illegal substance. Was the punishment too much? Yes, but it wasn't for nothing. Stop lying to people.
This isn't even about her.
This is...
Respect to Stephen A. He really tried. But Becky Hammon is right on one thing. It was a political move. But she said it was because Brittney Griner is a beloved athlete, super popular, everybody wanted her home. That's not true. Brittney Griner isn't very popular, and a lot of people didn't know who she was until this situation. The real reason why it was a political move is because Russia knew the United States would overreact and make a stupid trade. And that's exactly what happened. We traded the Merchant of Death for Brittney Griner straight up. We traded an arms dealer that sells weapons specifically to kill people for a basketball player. If you ask the average person, they wouldn't have done the deal. They would have at least included the Marine, Paul Whelan, who's been in there longer than Brittney Griner was. Either way, they probably wouldn't have traded the Merchant of Death. They would have traded some smaller assets to get both of them. So why wasn't it able to be done? Well, part of it, yes, is the war. But another big part of it is the media. Every single day talked about Brittney Griner. They counted the days. They guilt-tripped everybody. They made NBA stars and other megastars talk about Brittney Griner all the time. Well, what's Russia gonna do when they find out that the United States government is facing a lot of pressure to bring Brittney Griner home? They're gonna raise the price. They're gonna get the best deal they can get. And that's exactly what they did. What the US government should have done was tell the media to back off and let everyone know that they need patience. So why didn't they do that? Well, it's very simple. They didn't want to lose votes. It would have been a bad look if the president told everybody to just shut up so he can make a good trade. You think Becky Hammon cares about Paul Whelan? You think Becky Hammon even knows who the Merchant of Death is, the arms dealer that they traded for? Of course not. People don't care about that kind of stuff. It's a feel-good story, it makes them look good. Brittney Griner is home, forget the Marine that was left behind, forget the fact that she hates America, forget all that stuff. Our basketball player is home safe and sound, her family's happy, so everybody should be happy. I'm not saying Brittney Griner is some horrible person and we should be mad that she's home, she should have been stuck in Russia forever. No, all I'm saying is this is a horrible trade. It could have been handled way better, and Stephen A is the only one in this panel that recognizes what we lost. The Marine should have been able to come home too, but because of how the media reacted and how much pressure was put on the United States to just get Brittney Griner home and ignore everyone else was total BS. But let me know in the comments what you guys think of Brittney Griner finally getting home. And leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more NBA content just like this, and I'll see you in the next one.